Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the second video in the watercolor series. Today we are going to do ombre sequence. So guys, here you have the reference picture. You can see that a nice gradation is going on. The upper part is something in purplish color while the lower bottom is something in brownish color, and the gradation is coming out to be very nice. So this is what we are going to do using our watercolor with very simple steps but very effectively. Here you can see that I have already done the outline with my pencil, and I'm leaving some part where I want to show the folds, and also you can mark your area where you want to show more of the white highlights, so you can ignore coloring on that part guys. And for coloring I will be using my Camel Artist palette. I use these colors only, and I will be mixing two colors guys, one in pink, one in purple. I will be mixing both of this color to form something which is kind of similar to my reference picture here, so that I can get a very nice purple tone using these two colors from my palette. So guys, yes, you can mix your colors and you can see that if it's kind of similar to the reference picture you are following, or it can be something different also. After all, you just need to understand the gradation technique here. So to begin with, we will start with the first layer of the color. You can see that I have diluted the color well with water, and we will begin with this color first. I have also swatched the color here guys, you can see. So while you want to start, you can start from one corner of the garment. You can start by giving a outline so that the color doesn't go outside the line, and later you can just slowly build up the color by giving the strokes in glitter form, like the sequence thing which you can see in this kind of dot manner. You can slowly build up the intensity of the color. So guys, this is what I have been talking about since the first tutorial as well, that while working with watercolor we work in layers and we slowly build up the intensity of the color. We give the shadows and everything, but layer wise. And watercolor can be a slow medium, but it is a very interesting medium. Like we can play around with the colors, we can play around with the brush strokes, and we can create different type of textures and feel of the fabric guys. And in this tutorial also I'm going very slow so that it's understandable for everybody and you guys can catch up with whatever I'm doing, and you can practice along with me. The links of the materials which I have used here are all given in the description box guys. You can go and check out the description box, and also the link of this reference image is also given there, so that you can download this image and you can practice the same following the tutorial here. And if you have not seen the previous tutorial on the watercolor series, you can go and check it out too. So guys, follow my brush strokes, how I'm giving the color here. I'm just giving the color in a dot manner, and since this sequence in ombre form, I mean there is a certain gradation going on which is in light color and this dark color, so you have to keep the balance nicely how you place your colors. So at one point you have to just give very light color of this first layer guys. Here you can see, as soon as I reach this point I start giving the colors very lightly. So this is where I will be merging both the colors, and I will start with the next layer, and in the next layer I am using more water to dilute it so that the color becomes very light, and this is where I will merge both the colors. So guys, here we have to dilute the color nicely so that after we give the second color, that is a gradation thing, we can get glimpse of both the colors. So you just follow what I'm doing here, understand what is the technique here, that while we are doing anything sort of gradation, we merge both the colors nicely so that the gradation happen and a very nice ombre effect can develop. While you give the placement of your color, you can start from the corners because that is a safe side to start from the corners so that you can balance your colors nicely, and also you can outline at the corners guys, and yeah, that will be good if you are little confused at from where you want to start giving the color. So I will advise you to start giving the colors from both the corners of the garment, even in the curved area like the hips or near the hand folds. You can start giving the color from the corners. Now we are moving to the third layer, and in this layer I have mixed little black to just give some shade to the sequence look. So here I have mixed little black to my existing color, that is the base color guys, and I am giving the color on top of this color in some places where I want to show little darker sequence look. And you can also see that I'm putting little color outside my this garment line, because sometimes a sequence can be very fuzzy in nature, and since it's giving this 3D kind of look, so you can put little sequence outside of your garment line, so that will just give you a look of the 3D and heavy sequence look. So here you can see that again I'm starting the placement of the color from the corners, and I'm trying to show little white spacing in the center guys. So like sequence can reflect colors a lot, so it has this white highlight thing going on, the bling thing going on. So while giving your placement of the color, just take care of this little thing that while you're putting your color, leave the area blank where you want to show your highlighted area, like where the sequence is reflecting too much light. There you can do little small dots, but not too much, otherwise everything will merge. So be little careful wherever you are doing the placement of your highlighted thing. Okay guys, pay attention to this portion. Here you can see that the sequence is in form of this tiny pattern. So here you can't rush with your brush strokes guys. You have to be very patient and you have to be very careful how you are giving your brush strokes. If you are in a rush, your brush strokes will not come out nicely, like if you are doing it in a very abstract manner. You have to be very particular about this brush strokes. It has to be very tiny dots so that this kind of sequence effect is developed, because guys, see the picture carefully, it's accumulation of lots of tiny dots, right? So the same thing you have to do with your brush as well. You can't rush with this one. You have to be very careful. This can be time consuming guys, but the overall look will come out to be very nice. Okay, so here I made the fourth layer guys. The thing with the fourth layer is that I have not used much water to dilute it, and it's little darker. That means I have mixed more black to this layer along with the base color. So this is the ultimate shadow thing which I will be adding here. Again with this layer I will not cover up the whole thing, but I will put this black shadow dots only in some places where I can see that there is little bit of the black shadow guys. So you have to pay very much attention to your reference image or any fabric you are taking reference from. Study the fabric piece under light and see how it reflects the light and how the darkness happens in your fabric piece. Like if you are making any illustration, you are making any collection from any fabric, so this is how you can study a fabric guys, under light source, under natural light source, or under any artificial light source. So you can see that how any fabric react upon the placement under a light. As you can see in the picture that there are some black shadows, especially around the neck area and near the underarms, and there is also this fold which is in the arm area So this is what you are going to do with the black shadow thing. You just need to dilute little black with your base color, and then you can start adding the shadows over your base color, guys. So here you can see already I have worked with 4 layers to come up with this look, and this is just the 30% of the work done. We have to work more to achieve the final look, guys. So yes, be little patient with me and keep working, and this is a very fun thing to try out. I really like watercolor medium. Once you start working with watercolor medium, you will enjoy working with it, and you can see that watercolor is very versatile. You can create lot of textures, very nice prints. You can come up with brush strokes, different brush strokes. You can play around with the color. So yes, it's a very interesting, and you can try out different things with this medium. That's why I have started this series, guys, where we will be talking about different fabrics which we can develop using just our watercolors. So guys, here you can see that the upper portion of the garment is almost done, and let us move to the lower portion of the garment, and here I will be using this brown color and dilute it with water to create something of this creamy golden brownish color. I will try to make it very similar to the thing which is in the reference image. So let's see if this works out, and you can use brown color, you can dilute it, and you can create something in very light creamish color. So I think this will work out, but we need to dilute the color very well. So guys, if you feel your color is coming out to be very dark, just dab the color on your tissue paper and dilute it again, and then give the color. So yes, by diluting the color with water, we are just making the color more light, and we have to give this kind of dot manner to create the look again. And yes, we have to create lots of dot manner here, because you can see that the sequence look is very detailed, and we can't really use any abstract prints here. I mean, I'm talking about realism here, guys, not total realism, but at least this sequence thing which I wanted to show in very detailed manner. We can create this look with almost any medium, guys. It totally depends on you which medium you want to work with. But since I'm talking about watercolor mediums, and I'm kind of trying to show this ombre thing going on, that's why I'm kind of little patient with this technique here, and I'm giving this dots, and it was time consuming, but I'm really satisfied with the final look. So here you can see, guys, I have been giving this dots since then, and yes, you have to work in layers again. I'm done with the first layer, then again I'm giving the colors here and there, and to create some dark strokes I'm giving the color here and there, and again I will build the color. I'm just leaving the area where I want to show the shiny part, that is, you can see the color is almost starting to build up. You can see the area which is left blank. So guys, here we are at the sixth layer of the color. This color is little darker than the base color, that is brown. I have mixed more black to this color, and here we are giving the shadow thing at the corners, and you have to observe your picture more nicely and carefully to see if you have any fold lines, and in the fold lines you can build up the shadow look by mixing little black to your base color, guys. So this is what I'm doing here. See the swatches near the painting, near the illustration, follow the swatches, and I hope the technique is easy to follow by you all. So guys, by now you have understood already that what I have been doing since then. I'm working in layers. I'm using the same color here. I'm giving little dots and it's drying up, and then again I'm putting some more dots here and there. So it's like accumulation of multiple dots to give me that sequence effect, especially in the lower portion of the garment, guys. You can see this multiple tiny dots. So you just need this brown color and little bit black to come up with this whole look. So sequence is something which is reflecting lots of tones of the same base color at different angles, and this is what we are doing here. We are doing the layering thing to come up with the whole sequence effect. And also pay attention to the area where I have kept little blank, that is the shiny part along the curve of the garment, guys. So yes, before you start doing your coloring, if you get confused, you can mark that area with your pencil so that you don't get confused while coloring, and later you can erase it out, but make your pencil lines very light so that even if you color it, it's not visible much. And yeah, that will give you a basic idea that you don't need to color on that portion, and you can just put little dots over that portion so that the shiny effect is visible. So guys, I have been giving the dots since then, and this is how we have to fill up the pattern. We don't have any shortcut here if we are working with this medium, and you can see the look is coming out to be very nice. And yeah, this is all about working in layers, how you build your color using this very simple colors, but the technique is important. You have to be very patient, and the strokes of your brush also matters. And here you can see that I am using a very thin brush so that my strokes are also very tiny. And yes guys, the whole look is dry now, and I will be using a white gel pen to give the sequence effect over this darker portion. You can use any white gel pen, or you can even use poster color or acrylic color using a very thin brush. But yeah, white gel pen is handy, and if you have a white gel pen, it's very good for giving other details as well. So in the final look, you can use a white gel pen to give this final white dots which you can see over this garment, especially in this upper portion of the garment, and your look will be completed. So guys, lastly I will be using this very thin brush. This is in size 00, and I will be using little black to give this fine outline to the garment. And now you can do this using a fine detailing pen as well, but since I want to show the watercolor thing, so I'm using this thin brush only to give a very fine outline to the garment here to finish the overall look. You can also give little tiny black dots as well using this brush wherever you feel necessary. And yeah, you can see that I'm also giving this outline in the bottom part of the garment as well. So guys, if you are trying this tutorial and you want to share your artworks with me, upload your works on Instagram and tag me and use this hashtag artstudio by Shabani, which is easier for me to come across your artworks guys. So yes, don't forget to add the hashtag. So guys, here you can see that I have done the whole look. I have given the final outline and the final dots using the black, and here the swatches are also mentioned. I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial, and do let me know your views in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I will see you all very soon with another interesting tutorial. Till then, keep illustrating and keep practicing.